Congratulations, you have just been given or purchased your very own wrap of Apotheca flowers. I want to take you through some easy steps to make sure that you can enjoy your flowers for as long as possible. When you received your flowers from us, most likely they had a wrap on the bottom. This wrap is something that holds water and helps your flowers stay hydrated until you're able to get them into a vase of water. You want to go ahead and dispose of that in a good way. It's completely compostable and not biodegradable. So once you have gotten rid of that, you're going to take off your twine. And you'll see that they are wired underneath the twine in the paper, just so that it stays together for you. We try to design them in a way that's pleasing so you don't have to do a whole lot, although you can take that apart, that's something we'll do in the next step if you want to try your hand at flower design. For now, I'm going to leave that on. I'm going to give everything a really nice recut to make sure that my flowers are going to hydrate. I'm cutting most things at an angle. And then I can very simply just put them in a vase and call it a day. You basically want to make sure you're changing out your water every day. And because I left the wire on, your arrangement stays together and you can just sort of hold it like this, dump out the water and give it fresh water, or you can take it out, rinse it out, fill it up and put it back in. So that's one way to enjoy your flowers. Keep them away from direct sunlight, keep them away from a heat source, and you should be good to go. Now, if you'd like to do a little bit more with your flowers and have fun with design, you can actually take apart this twisted wire that's holding your flowers together. And I like to kind of organize them by flower type. So this is our lemon leaf for our salal. We've got a peony, got roses, I have a dianthus. So we're going to organize all of our flowers by type so you can see what we have to work with. All right, now I'm going to take my clean vase. It should have fresh water. I'm going to go put fresh water in this. All right, now I'm going to take my clean vase with clean fresh water. Set it here. And I'm going to first do what we call green base. I'll put some of my lemon in because that's really what we're using as a base. As I'm picking up each individual leaf now that I'm working with the base, I want to make sure that my foliage doesn't go below the water level. Otherwise, bacteria will start to develop, and that's ultimately what kills our flowers the fastest. You can also put just a very tiny amount of bleach, very, very tiny amount of bleach in the water, and that will also help keep bacteria from starting to grow. So I'm going in at angles, coming in from the right, from the left, so that my stems are sort of creating a grid work inside my base. Excuse me. Putting that in. I've also cut some things from the yard. I have bleeding heart foliage. The bleeding heart has gone by, but I still really love the foliage. And just to keep it interesting, I'm gonna add some of this. And I also have hosta leaf from the yard that I'm also going to add. I'll hold off on this guy and see how it's gonna look here. All right, so I'm gonna start with some of my focal flowers, which would definitely be roses, my peony. I'm gonna place these three items first, and this is how I'll create some initial balance and shape beyond what my foliage has done. Bring this guy in, and you want to kind of gently twist them into your arrangement. Don't just poke it in, otherwise you're gonna mess up your layers of foliage and the grid that you've already created. Cutting it at an angle before I place it. I'm gonna put this guy down here, twisting him in place. And then I've got my peony. So because these were in the flower wrap, my stems are already cut a little bit on the short side, but because of the grid that we've created with our stems, we're gonna be able to create some different heights with our flower placement, and the grid will help keep the stems in place. Next, I will place my sweet little Gerber daisy. I have him in this area. And before I start adding more focal flowers, I'm going to add some of my filler, my limonium. Now there isn't really a right or wrong order for how you want to add your flowers. You choose what feels right for you. And as far as placement, you're going to place things where you want them. I'm gonna flip it so I can see because it's facing the camera, so I can't really see what's going on. I love this peony, so I want to make sure that he is visible. So I'm going to move him to the side. Back here. So I'm creating an arrangement that's going to be more forward facing, but I still want to have some nice things in the back as well. So if somebody does see the back, they have something nice to look at. My dianthus. And then you just keep placing flowers. And if you place something and you don't like it, you can just gently twist it out and find a new home. Just making sure that you recut each stem before you put it in. So as you can see, when you disassemble your wrap and you put it together piece by piece, you're able to create your own unique shape and you create a lot more volume with your flowers as well. One thing that will help with keeping your water changed on a daily basis is taking some sort of wire. This is vine wire that we use quite a bit. And I'm going to just kind of loosely wrap bind my stems together so that when it comes time for me to change my water, I can just easily take this out, recut my stems, change out my water, rinse my vase, put fresh water in, and replace my flower arrangement. Because remember, bacteria is what kills them the fastest, bacteria and heat. So keeping your water fresh and keeping them away from direct sunlight or a heat source, and you should be able to enjoy them for several days. Thanks so much, and I hope that helps.